very warm welcome to our top three finishers of the FIA Formula One United States Grand Prix. In third place, Charles Leclerc. In second place, Lando Norris. And taking the 68th win of his Formula One career and his fourth victory here in Austin, our winner, Max Verstappen. What a race, Max. What a weekend. Just how special are moments like this for you?
Well, it's been a perfect weekend for us. Today, I think what was crucial was the first stint where I could build a bit of a gap, because I think after that it basically stabilized pretty much after the pit stop till the end. I think time management was very important today, and it wasn't very straightforward because there were some laps, where you had a very different feeling or balance, grip, a bit weirdly, better or worse. So it's one of these days where you just need to try and make no mistakes, try to just drive it as consistent as you can, drive around the bumps as much as possible. But for us to win again today is incredible.
Look, you mentioned the tyres. You weren't so confident after the sprint yesterday about tyre wear. Just how did it pan out over 56 laps?
I think it was a bit better today, even though I think it's still not where I want it to be, let's say like that. But nevertheless, we won the race, which of course is the most important.
How much tougher do you think your race would have been had Lando got or not been overtaken by Charles at the start?
I think then it would be a very close race, every time I think that Lando was in clean air, we were very evenly matched. Maybe at times he was a bit faster as well. So, it wouldn't have been the gap that it was at the end.
Look, big picture, given where the car is now, given that you're just 40 points behind Oscar Piastri now, just tell us, how do you view these closing stages of the World Championship?
Yeah, I think we need to be perfect till the end, to have a chance. We caught up a lot, but at the same time, the gaps are very small. I think every weekend you need to try and be perfect, and that's what we'll try to do till the end.
Very well done today. Thank you for that. Lando, let's come to you now. A great race. Can we put that Charles question to you? Had you not been overtaken by Charles, how different do you think your race might have been?
Who knows? What was it that you said once? If your mum had balls. Yeah, she'd be your dad. Who knows? But starting on the soft, starting on the right side of the grid, he had the advantage into turn one on the outside. After yesterday, obviously a little bit wary. I didn't want to go too wide in turn one because I didn't want to end up in the gravel again. So, I kind of had to just stay on the inside and stick to the safer route. But Charles did a good job and got past. Who knows after that? I think I found it difficult enough just to get close to Charles, and their pace wasn't bad at all. Until 10 laps to go, he was 6 seconds off of Max. So it wasn't like we were that far away, or their pace was that bad. So, I think it was a good race. The pace was pretty close. I think that's why it was so difficult, is because we were quicker for sure, but not by a lot. And therefore was some challenging and lap after lap battles, trying to put him under pressure, trying to make him make some mistakes here and there. It didn't make many for sure, but I think especially the final stint, I managed to get the tyres into a good window and drop back a few seconds, re-attack, and I managed to kind of catch him a bit more off guard, let's say, with a couple laps. So a good result in the end. For a minute, I was not expecting to finish second. I thought he was just a bit too quick for us, but to get it back into second and get past was perfect.
Do you regret not starting on the soft tyre?
I regret not putting a perfect lap and not going purple yesterday in qualifying. So, you can't ask these questions. I mean, you could do many different things. You never know what's going to work out. I don't think our strategy was wrong. I think we did a good job. Potentially, we should have. We'll look back and see if we should have just boxed as soon as we got ahead of Charles, or just try undercut and see if that works out. But it was a long way to go on the soft. But then you put yourself under safety car risk. So there's many different things that can go your way. Otherwise, I think we did a good job. I think we took the correct amount of risk in the position that we're in, and I'm happy and satisfied with the result as much as I would have loved to be a bit further up.
Can you tell us about the overtake on Charles? With the 3 track limit strikes, were you having to be a little bit more conservative in how you approach that?
A little bit. I mean, the places which were easy to go off was turn 9 over the crest of the hill, and then the last 2 corners. I think I was on 3 strikes by like lap 10, so I didn't put myself in the best position, but then one of my strikes was because I was racing. You know, I think that's one of the silliest rules that we have is, you know, we're invited to try and race, but if you race too much, you get a penalty for it. And I get a track limits for trying to go around the outside and losing time to Charles. So it doesn't really make much sense in terms of going racing, but definitely made my life that little bit trickier, especially like 19 and with the wind, like Max said, it was pretty inconsistent. It's difficult to just be always on the limit and not make mistakes, which I obviously made a couple too many of too early on. But yeah, a little bit more cautious at the end because I knew I couldn't afford a 5-second penalty, but took the risks I needed to.
Very well done. Thank you, Lando and Charles. If we can come to you. Great strategy, brilliant race. Just given where you were on Friday, how pleasing is this turnaround?
I'm very happy. I'm very happy because obviously we had the gearbox problem in FP1, which cost us a little bit of laps, which then we were a little bit on the back foot, tried to recover in the sprint qualifying and sprint race. And then in qualifying, we did some fine tunings. We found a lot more performance, and today was a really good race for us. So it's a good thing, especially considering the whole situation. The second part of the season hasn't been easy. There are completely unfounded noise and rumors around the team, and I think to demonstrate that in those kind of situations we can stay focused on the job and be rewarded with a podium is a really nice feeling.
The killer punch today was starting on the soft tyre, getting ahead of Lando for 50-odd laps. Did you think you were taking a big risk doing that?
I knew it was an aggressive strategy. My plan was to be first after the first corner. I didn't quite make that, but at least I gained a position, which helped me a little bit with free air, and that definitely helped our race. Again, I knew it was aggressive, but considering the feeling I had on the hard in FP1, I was quite convinced I didn't want to touch that tire. So yeah, I was just a little bit worried when when my engineer got on the radio on the grid, and I was the only car on soft basically. So it's like, okay, maybe there's something I didn't feel right, but at the end it ended up a good choice.
And how much of a surprise was Lando's attack with 4 laps to go? Did you think you had him covered at that point?
I mean, Lando had 4 or 5 laps cooling down the tires, and then I knew that when he will come back, it will be very difficult to keep him behind. I tried because I managed to do so for quite a few laps, but then towards the end, the tires were starting to struggle a bit more.
All right, very well done to you as well. Let's now open this to the floor. Name and publication, please.
Thank you. Sahil Kapoor, NBC. Question for Max. I believe you've just taken 64 points out of Oscar's lead in the championship over the last 4 race weekends. How are you thinking about that narrowing gap? And with the remaining 5 races, where do you feel most confident where you can compete for victories with this car?
I mean, I know that we need to be perfect till the end to have a chance. So that's what we just need to focus on. And I don't know. I mean, like I said before, it's super close. And just attention to detail will make the difference. Trying to get the best setup on the car every weekend and then try and not make mistakes. So that's what we'll try to do.
Thanks, Max. Next.
Graham Harris, Motorsport Monday, motorsportweek.com. A question to all 3 of you. With Mexico City coming up and hot and high, how do you think each of your cars will handle in totally different climatic conditions than you've had all year?
Max, please.
Well, the beauty of it is we'll find out next week. I don't really think about it. We'll find out next week. We can speculate, but I don't like that.
Lando?
probably the same as here. I don't think it'll change that much. It's close between us, the Red Bull. One weekend they're a little bit quicker, the next we're a little bit faster. Mercedes was quickest in Singapore, so yeah, you can have many different things here, but wait and see.
And Charles, Carlos won there last year in Mexico.
Yeah, but we are in a different situation now. I still want to believe we can win a race before the end of the season, but again, I think we need to be realistic in our situation, and I don't think we quite have the car to do so. I think this weekend has been the perfect weekend for the team, and I'll be surprised if we can achieve anything better until the end of the year. But we'll take it race by race and see what can be done.
Thanks, guys. Next, please.
Tim Harini, TSN. Question for Max. Max, congratulations on the win. Coming out of Zandvoort, I believe you're about 104 points back of Oscar for the championship lead. 4 races later, you're now 40 points back. If someone were to go back to Zandvoort and tell you that you'd be in contention for the driver's title after 4 races, would you believe them?
No, I would have told him he was an idiot. But we found a good way with the car. It's as simple as that. Of course, we put some upgrades on the car, but we understood our car a bit better, where we wanted to perform better. And every weekend we tried to achieve it. Some weekends, it's better than others, but in general, it's been way more straightforward the last few weekends compared to before those races. So that's what we need to try and extract out of it now every single weekend.
Thank you. Any more? Yep.
Thank you. Sahil Kapoor, NBC. A question for Lando and Charles. You two gave us probably the most entertaining wheel-to-wheel racing today. How difficult is it to follow and to overtake with this generation of cars, and with the new regulations coming up next season? Do you feel optimistic it'll improve?
I didn't really follow much today. But it's a track that I think we really enjoy. The way the track is made and how open up the entry of the corners are made it very entertaining and nice, because you've got different lines and this helps action and trying to make overtakes. So I really enjoyed it. Then for the few last laps I've done behind Lando, I was struggling quite a bit with tires, so I didn't follow for very long.
I followed for quite long, and it's tricky. Honestly, it's almost trickier to follow in the slow speed than it is the high speed corners. That's why on street circuits you also never really get overtaken, because it's almost harder to follow in them than it is quicker circuits at the minute. So and next year, completely different. I have no idea. It's a completely different car. The battery and all that stuff is I don't even know how it's going to work next year, to be honest. So I'm sure it'll be a lot better, just because there's a lot less downforce and a lot less grip, and the cars won't look anywhere near as cool going through like sector 1 here, for example, because it's a lot slower in the corners, but they'll be quick in straights for a few seconds. So I think the racing will probably be better next year. Yeah.
Thanks both. Next.
Jim Vertuno with the Associated Press for Lando. You took your own bite out of Oscar's championship lead today. Given that, size up your own chances at both chasing him down for a championship and holding off Max at this stage.
I mean, it doesn't really matter. Just I can only score the most points I can every weekend. So the more points I score, the better it is for both situations. It doesn't matter. Nothing changes. I don't have to do anything different for either or. It's quite simple. Just try and beat both drivers, and well, life's easy then.